Hello, today we are going to look at how to start VB. So if you have already installed your VB, just click on the search button here and you press V. So you see the Visual Studio. We are using 2013, but as I said, you can even download 2019. So you just double click on it. So you will see an interface like this. So if you want to create a new project, you just click on this new project. So this window will give you, so if you click on this place template and click again, you see Visual Basic. So this is what you'll be doing this semester, but you can use this VB to also learn about C Sharp, C++, Java, JavaScript, Python, and the rest. But we will concentrate on Visual Basic. So you make sure you click on Visual Basic here. And the Visual Basic program, you can either type it in code console application or window form application. If you want to code in Windows form, then you select here. If you want to code in console application, then you select this. And I will take you through both of them. But first, let's do the Windows form. So you select the Windows form. Then you come here and change the file name. So you can type maybe my first work. You can also make it as maybe one word. So my first VB work. Then by default, it will send your project into what? Document, then Visual Studio 2013/project. But you can decide to put it at anywhere that you want. So if you click on browse and you want to send it to the desktop, you can send it there. If not, it will all your project that you create save at my document. There's a folder called Visual Studio 2013/project. If you are done, then you click on the OK button. So this is the window form. So this is the form that you'll be using to create your program. So you can resize the form. Look at this. So here, whatever you need to create your application, you can find it here, the tool box. So if you click on the tool box, all the tools that you will need, you can find them here. Listen, so as I said, I will teach you the apple. A for the apple, that's the basis. but the rest you can learn them yourself. So look at this. We are saying that if you want to pick a tool, then you click on the toolbox. If you want to go to your design, where you want to design the form, you click on design. So if I select or click on the design, it will take me here. If I want to pick a tool to come and use it, I'll click on the toolbox, then I'll pick the tool. Then you also have the Solution Explorer. It will give you the name of your project. So let's go back. So you click on the form. Then we want to design a program so that you'll be able to use it when a user enters two numbers, maybe number 1, number 2, then you click on it, then you get the answer. So let's start. If you want to tell the user, or if you want the user to read something, then you go and pick a label. So when you come here, you click on the search button here, then you type LA, then by default the label will appear, so you just double click on it. So the label will come here. It is too small, so this is the label. When you pick a toolbox, you can change its property by putting the mouse pointer on it. Then you right click, then you click on properties. So this label that we have picked, these are the properties of that label. So this is the label. If you come here, if you look at this, everything is alphabetical. So all the names have been arranged in alphabetical order. So the name of this, if you come here, name is called label 1. So it has been arranged in alphabetical order. So if you scroll down, the text, you can see label 1 here because the text here is what label 1. So I want to change it. So you click here where they have written label 1. Then you use the backspace to delete it. So you type maybe number 1. Then you press enter. So you see whatever you enter here, you see it appearing here. So this is number 1, you see it here. If it is too small for you to read, then you scroll up and look for font. So you click on font here, then you come here, you see the 3 dots here, then you click on it. So this is like Microsoft Office product. So you have the font. So you come here, select bold, maybe the font size, you make it 12. Then you click on OK. So you see that number 1 will be here. So if I want to do number 2, because as I said, you use a label, so I need not go to the toolbox again because I've already taken what a label. So I'll put the mouse pointer on this first label, then I'll right click, then I'll copy it, then I'll right click and I'll paste it. So I'll get the same number 1. But here, I want to make this one number 2. So where should I go? I'll go to the text where you have the ability to type here. So you just change the one and type what, then press enter. So this is number 1, this is number 2. So the person is going to enter number 1, enter number 2. But this one, what you are saying, that the label will let the user know that this is number 1, this is number 2. So we want the answer to appear here. Since we have already copied it, so we will paste it. So you bring this one here, and we want to make this one answer. So you come here and clean the number 1 and type what? Answer. And press enter. So we have number 1, number 2, and what? Answer. So we pick this one because this one is what? Label. The user is just going to read it. So now that we are done with the label, we want to pick a toolbox which will allow the user to enter something. And if you want the user to enter something, you click on the toolbox and type text box. So you select this one, text box. So you just double click on it. So the text box will appear here. The text box will allow the user to enter text. So this one, we want to increase the size. So make sure you select it. Then where should you go? Go to font. Click on font. Then you move the mouse pointer here. You click on these 3 arrows. 3 dots, sorry. Click on this 3 dot. Then you click on bold. Maybe you select the font size. When you come here, this one, you should be able to pick the font size because I'm just teaching, that's why I'm picking 12. But if you think 14 will be okay for you, just select 14, then you click on OK. So this will be 14. So we said that if you want the user to read something, you pick what? A label. So this is a label. The user will just read number 1. You want him to enter, or you want the user to enter, so you pick what? A text box. So that he will enter the number that he want to enter, he will enter it. So we want the same thing here. So as I said, you need not go to the toolbox again and pick the text box. You have already selected the text box already, so it's a matter of what? You copy it, then you paste. So this one is text box 2. This is where the user will enter the number 2. Then you paste it again. This is where the answer will appear. So pick label. Label is used so that it will tell the user to read. Then text box will enable the user to enter text. So we have number 1. The person will enter the first number here. Number 2, the person will enter it in this text box. Then the answer will appear in this text box. So pay attention here. This text box, if you select it, then you come to its properties. If you scroll up, the name of the text, this is what? Text box 1. So have you seen the name here? Name, text box 1. If I select this, and I scroll up. It's a text box 2. If I click on this and scroll up, the name of that text box is a text box 3. So this is text box 1, text box 2, text box 3. And we are saying that text box will enable the user to key in what data. The label will just tell the user, give the description. So this is just number 1. So the label will tell the user something that he can read. Then the text box will enable him or her to enter data. So as I said, if you click on any of the the control, so if you click on this label, if you want to see the name, so label 1. If you click on this, the name is label 2. If you click on this, the name is label 3. And we also know the names of these text boxes. Then this form, have you seen that the name is here where we are coding? It's called form. This. So if I want to change this form, so I will just click anywhere. Then I'll go to Avison text. So where you see form 1, you can type my first program. Then press enter. So you see that the name, the form 1 has changed to my first VB program. Pay attention here. I said that if you want to change any property of any of the tools, you just select it. So if I click on this form, I'll be able to change the properties of the form. If I click on this label, it will give me the chance to change the properties of this label 1. If I want to work on this text box 1, I will just select it. Then it will give me the chance to change the properties of this text box 1. So supposing I want to change the color of this number 1. First, I will select it. Then I will scroll up. Then I'll come and pick back color. So I will click on it. Then I'll come here. You see this down arrow. You click on it. Then you have the system colors, web, and custom. So if you want this, you click on the custom one. Then everything. If you want the web colors, so you click on any of them. Then you pick any of the colors. So if I want to change this, I will select label 2. I'll come here, back color. I'll click here. Then if I want the web colors, I'll click on, then maybe select any of the colors. If I want to change the color of this, I will select it. So now you know that if I want to change the color, you select it, then you come to a back color, then you click here. Here you have 3 options. You can pick the system color, the web, or the custom one. So you select. Then you said that these are the text boxes. The text boxes will allow the user to enter data. So now the number 1, the user will enter it here. Number 2, the user will enter it here. Then number 3, the user will enter it here. That's the first number. Second number, then the answer will appear here. So now we want to pick another toolbox which will enable us to code the program. So you click on the toolbox, then you pick what? Button. So this one, you double click on it, then you take it here. So this is the button. So by default, the name is what? Button 1. And where do you have to change it? Where should you go? So you go to what? Text. So this is button 1. So supposing I change it to what? Addition. You enter the addition, then you press what? Enter. The name of the button is button 1 has changed to what? Addition. If I want to change the color of this, I will select it and go to what? You go to back color. So you click on the back color. You come here, click on this arrow. Maybe you want web colors. So you click on this. So this one will change to addition. So now this is, we use the button what? To code, to write the code. So we are coming to write the code so that when the user should click on this addition button, the number that the user will enter here and enter here. When the person should click on addition, it will add the first number, the second number, and the answer should appear here. So we said that this is what, if you don't know the name, so you select it, you go what? Up. So this is text box 1. This one is text box 2. This one is what? Text box 3. So now whatever the user will enter at text box 1 will be added to what the user will enter at what? Text box 2, and the answer will appear at what? Text box 3. So text box 1 plus text box 2 should give us what? Text box 3. But we also know that what? Addition is what? Commutative. You can also say that text box 3 equal to text box 1 plus text box 2, or text box 2 plus text box 1. So let's go here. So you click on text box 1, then this is the name. So you can even copy it here. Then you double click on this button. So this addition button, you double click on it. If you double click on it, it will open this code window for you. So this is where you write your code. So we said that text box 3, so text box 3 equal to text box. If you are typing, you see that to count. So text box 1 dot text plus text box 2 dot text. So text box 3 dot text equal to testbox1.test plus testbox2.test. So let's go back. So click on the 4. We are seeing that this one is testbox1. This is where the user will enter the first number. This is where the user will enter the second number. But whatever the user will enter here, you add it to whatever the user will enter here, then the answer will appear here. So mathematics, if this one is A, this one is B, and this one is C, you can see that C is equal to what? A plus B. But this one, they are called test boxes. So that's why we are saying that test box 1, this test box plus this test box 2, the answer should appear at what? Test box 3. So if you double click on this command button, this addition, if you double click, when you come here, you have test box 3.text because the user will enter text. So testbox3.text is equal to testbox1.text plus testbox2.text. So if you are done, you click on this button. So this one, save all. So if you click, then whatever you have typed will be saved. So if you want to run it, you click on this start button, or you can also click on this debug, then you click on start debugging. So any of them, so you just click on start. So this is our program. So number 1, so maybe the user will enter 3. You want to add 2 numbers. The second number 5. If you click on this addition sign, it will give you 3, 5. This tells you that there's a problem with what? With your program, because 3 plus 5 should give us what? 8. But this what is just bringing the numbers. So 3 is here, then 5, 2 is here. It's giving us just the numbers that we have entered, which is what? Wrong. You want your program to add the 2 numbers that the user has what? Entered. So close it, close this for, then you go back. So here, where you have the test box 1.test in front of the test box, you click here and type VAL, that is value. Then you open bracket, then you close the bracket. So in front of the test box 1.test, in front, you type VAR, that is value. What it means is that whatever the user will enter, the system should change it to a value. So because it was test box, so if you enter a number, the computer will see the number as what text, but not number. So if you want to change it, then you bring VAL in front. So when you come here to tell VAL, you can see here, then you open the bracket, then you close the bracket. So for the test box 3.text, it is only the answer which is going to appear there. But what you are saying that the test box 1.text, whatever the user will enter should be converted into a value, that is a number. So let's save it. So always pay attention to this. If you make any changes, this color will be what? Yellow. So if you save it, then it will change to green. So let's run it again. So now if you enter the 3 again, that is first number, then second number is 2. So when you click on the addition sign, it should give us what? 8. Now our program is running as expected because 3 plus 5 is what? Is 8. So now that you have gotten the understanding of how to code VB, this one we have just coded what? Addition. So let's go back and do subtraction. So I'll just teach you 2, addition, subtraction. Then I expect you to do the multiplication and division. So you click on the form. So this is the button for what? Addition. So if I want to do subtraction, I'll just copy it, then paste. So I'll come here and change the addition to what? Subtraction. Then you press enter. So then you have to change the color. You select it, you go where? Back color. So here. Then you change the color. And for the colors, you will decide the one to. So this one is not good. The user cannot read. Okay, this one. Okay, so this is the button for what? Subtraction. As I said, we have already coded for the addition. So if you want to do the subtraction, you just double click on the addition. So you come here and highlight the code for what? Addition. Then you press Ctrl plus what? C, copy. Then you click on the form. Then you come here. You are going to key in for what? Subtraction. Then you double click on the subtraction button. If you double click on the subtraction button, the cursor will move you to what? Button 2. That is where we are coding. Then you paste it, Ctrl plus V, for the same code. When we are doing subtraction, you just come here and change the addition sign to what? Subtraction. When you are done, you save it. Then you run it. So let's enter 2 numbers, 12, then 2. So the first number is 12, the second number is 2. Let's add them. If you click on the addition button to give you what? 14. Let's click on the subtraction button to give you 10. It means our program is now working. So you can close it. As I said, if you want to do multiplication, you click on the form. So this button, you just copy it and paste and change the subtraction to what? Multiplication. Then you press enter. Then you change the color. You go where? Go to back color. Come here. Okay, so you change the color. Then the code, we have already code for subtraction. So you double click on the subtraction hot button. So you double click on it. When you come here, just copy, you highlight it, Control plus C, you copy it, you click on the form design. Now we are coding for multiplication. So you double click on the multiplication button. The cursor will take you towards button 3. That is multiplication. Then you paste the code Ctrl plus V. So you change the subtraction sign to what? Multiplication. The key, the symbol on top of number 8 on your keyboard. So you press the shift and press it so that the multiplication sign will come. When you are done, you click C, then you run the code again to test. So 4 and 5. If you click on addition, you get 9. If you click on subtraction, you get -1. If you click on multiplication button, 4 times 5 is 20. Then let's do the last one. Let's do division. So you click on the 4, you click on any of the button, then you copy it, you paste, then you change the name. This is division. You come to the property, then you type division, press enter. Then you change the color of you select it. Where will you go? As by this time, bar color. So can choose maybe the blue. You can see well. Maybe okay. So we want to code for the division, but we have already code for addition, subtraction. So any of the buttons, so you can click on what? Subtraction button. You double click on it, then it will take you to button 2. Button 2 is for the subtraction. Then select, then press Ctrl plus C. Copy it, then go to the form. So we are coding for division. This button, so you double click on it. It will take you to button 4. Then you press Ctrl plus V. Then division. You press the division sign. In programming or in computing, you will not see the division symbol like the one in mathematics. There's the slash for division. If you are done, then you click on. So now we have addition. This addition, we have subtraction, we have multiplication, we have for division. So let's run it. So two numbers, maybe 6, then 2. If you click on the addition button, it will give you 8, subtraction 4, multiplication 12, division 3. So now we are able to what? Do this simple calculator. So let's close it and go over what we have just done. So we are saying that if in VB, if you want to code, you use label to what? To let the user read something. So suppose I want to type, maybe give it writing a heading, maybe level 300 ICT. So I will just pick what a label. So I'll go to the toolbox, then type label. So I'll just click on label. So the label will be here. Then I'll put it here. Then I want to write something, the label. So because I've selected this label, it will open the properties of window for this label. So then I'll come to text. Then I'll change the label for to maybe level 300 ICT. Then I press enter. So you see it, but it's too small. So you go where? You go to the font. So you click on font. Then you come here. This three dots. You click on it. Then pick bold. Then the font size, maybe pick 20. Then click OK. So you see the level 300 IC. If the title is not good, you can select it, go to where you type it, level 300 ICT maybe student. So what we are saying is that you use label if you want to write something. Then the text box, if you want the user to enter data. Then you use the button to write the code behind the text boxes. So this number one is what a label, number two is a label, the answer to is what label. So this program and this one too is a label, but this is a text box, this is a text box, this is a text box, and these are what the buttons which are used to what to write the code behind the program. So this is in short how to use some of the toolbox command to write a program. Thank you very much. You continue again. All the best.